Hello, and welcome to Kathy's Eclectic Garden. I'm Kathy, and I garden in Zone 6A in Northwest Ohio. During the next few weeks, I will be talking about plants that you should consider adding to your 2024 garden to attract pollinators. Your flowering plants and vegetables benefit from the pollinators in your garden. In fact, without pollinators, your plants would not produce any fruits or vegetables. In other words, these plants are good choices to add to your garden if they grow well in your hardiness zone. So let's dive in. The pollinator plant for this week is nodding onion, Allium cernunum. It is sometimes referred to as lady's leek. Nodding onion is native to most of the United States and is hardy in zones 4 to 8. This species can be planted from seed, or you can purchase plugs from a native plant nursery. I purchased plugs from my local native plant nursery. This is Allium cernunum. This plant gets 1 to 2 feet tall, 6 to 12 inches wide. I've got 2 of them here, so they will fill in between some of these shorter plants and will stay shorter than the ones in back behind it. Nodding onion is a herbaceous perennial that grows from an elongated cone-shaped bulb. Each mature bulb produces a single flowering stem, which terminates in a downward knot bell-shaped flowers that can vary in color from white to pink to rose with yellow pollen and yellow anthers. If grown from seed, the plant will not produce flowers until the 3rd year. Plants grown from plugs should bloom the 2nd year. Flowers can appear as early as late June and will bloom through August. Bumblebees, sweat bees, honeybees, and short-tongued solitary bees are attracted to nodding onions as well as hummingbirds and butterflies. In fact, it is the host plant for the hairstreak butterfly. In mid-July, my nodding onions were in full bloom. You can see the long grass-like basal leaves. Purple Chablis dead nettle is planted as a ground cover in the front of this bed, and the nodding onion should have no problem growing up through it. The dead nettle will only get 6 to 8 inches tall. I guess flies like nodding onions as well, although this one just seemed to be resting. You can see the yellow anther and white filament that forms the stamens on the flowers. Nodding onion is easily grown in average, medium to dry, well-draining soil. They perform best in full sun, but appreciate light afternoon shade in hot summer climates. Nodding onions are a low-maintenance plant. Since they are native, they do not need to be fertilized. I cover my natives with mulch leaves in the winter, which break down and provide the additional nutrition needed. Minimal watering is needed unless it is extremely dry, and they are seldom bothered by pests or disease. The flowers are replaced by seed capsules containing several small black seeds that are released when the capsule splits open. Plants will naturalize by self-seeding and bulb offsets in ideal growing conditions. To control their spread, you can deadhead the flowers before the seed sets. Foliage will die back in late summer. Here we have nodding onion. There's 2 plants of that here, and behind that is Purple Chablis dead nettle, and this is a ground cover, and it's taking up a good portion of this bed in between some of the taller plants. And to the east of that we have a star sedge. It is late March 2024, and the 2 plants in the center are my nodding onions. The larger plant is the one that bloomed last year. Hopefully the small plant will have flowers this year. I did nothing to them at the end of the season last year except to cover them with mulch. Here is a close-up of the base of the plants emerging from the ground this year. Hopefully you learned about a new pollinator plant today and will consider adding nodding onion to your 2024 pollinator garden this year. Thanks for watching. Bye.